Hello, 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 all of my beautiful humans. I hope all is well and well is all. Welcome to Nickism, where all I'm trying to do is promote positivity and encourage you to be the best you possible. Period. That's all. So, before we get started, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below, leave a topic, leave a question. I'm with it all, and I thank you in advance. So today's topic is it's not even a topic. We're gonna talk about some things that's close to my heart. I'm answer a couple of questions, and it's gonna go from there. We're about to celebrate Juneteenth, and for anybody that's in Jersey City, come out to Barry Lanes Park between 12 and 6 p.m. and come, let's celebrate, let's enjoy the festivities of Juneteenth. For all of y'all that don't know, Juneteenth is it was recognized. They celebrate the first celebration was in 1866. In 1980, it became recognized. In 2021, it became a federal holiday. So, even though we was supposed to have been free, a lot of people didn't know that they was free. And Juneteenth became the Freedom Day. So we celebrate that. As people that says, "Oh, we've been free," or "We wasn't free," and that's why I don't celebrate Juneteenth. Listen, anytime that Black people are being recognized for whatever situation, whatever case, let's celebrate that day. Let's celebrate a day where we can all come together and just be one with each other. We don't have to fight because it's Juneteenth or BML or or BLM. We shouldn't have to be angry about that if we don't agree with everything the person, is talking about. Because of our skin color and because of who we are, let's celebrate us. And that's what it's all about, just celebrating who we are. Okay, listen, they're going to remind us. Every chance that they get, they're going to remind us, or they think they're going to remind us that we are supposed to be less than what we are. That's why it's so important to celebrate freedom. It's so important to celebrate individuality. It's so important to celebrate being Black. Just not in February, just not on Juneteenth, but every single day. Every single day. I have a question that was posed to me, and I never even thought about it. They said, how come Pride Month is recognized in June? And this question is, do I believe that Pride Month will overpower Juneteenth? Listen, like I said before, we got the shortest month to celebrate, and that's in February. We got the shortest month to celebrate. Pride Month is 30 days, and they celebrate it all over. And not saying that we're not celebrated all over, because people starting to come out and people starting to celebrate Juneteenth, even though it was known. The first Juneteenth holiday was in 1980 in Texas. So it was known, over 40, 50 years ago, it was still known about Juneteenth, but it was some like a hidden secret. It's no longer a hidden secret. We're now out, we're now celebrating. But yes, I have noticed how when June comes, it's less, and you see less Juneteenth stuff, and you do see more Pride stuff. Listen, my whole thing is, can Pride separate being Black? No, it cannot. And neither one should overpower the other, because one is, we can't help who we look like when we're born. We came out Black. And so for most people that says that I was born gay or I was born this way, I have to disagree, because when I was born, all I was thinking about was being fed and nourished. I didn't think of being a school counselor. I didn't think of having a boyfriend. I didn't think of any of those things. No baby do. Everything that we go through is a learned behavior. It's taught, and that's what I believe in, and I'm going to stick with that. I don't have to agree with everyone to stay positive in this world, because I'm not going to agree with everything that everybody do. I have my own mind, and I believe Jesus Christ is my Lord and my Savior. So I definitely take a whole lot of biblical things to the heart. Believe you me, I do. So when they ask the question, how do I feel about not teaching, CRT in schools, and incorporating, LGBT, transgenderism in school. How do I feel about that? First of all, even from the time that I was growing up and going to school, they only taught us what they wanted us to know. Like, we didn't know about so many, legends in Black history. We never knew about, any of those things. We never knew about any of those things. We just knew about Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Malcolm X. I mean, that, but they didn't, get into depth about, a lot of things. They didn't get into depth about a lot of Black history, information. And so I went to college, and then I was like, I was in a Black history class, and I was like maybe the fourth Black person that was in there, and I felt so ignorant because I didn't even know half of the things that, was being talked about. So I definitely think race theory needs to be in school. I think it needs to be taught, and I think it needs to be taught in depth. It definitely needs to be taught in depth. As far as teaching transgender and LGBT, that needs to stay out of school. And let me tell you something. I'm all for everybody individualized or whatever, but kids need to be kids. I'm sorry, kids need to be kids. We need to stop pushing all this adult stuff on them, the sexuality on them. Kids need to be kids. I don't want to see no kids out here talking about they're in a relationship or talking about this. No, they need to be kids. They need to focus on their education. They need to focus on them being a kid. Let's stop pushing all of this stuff on them. Do I believe that children should transition? No, I don't. I believe that once they turn 18 and they old enough to think for themselves, then hell yeah, they should be transitioned. Doing this to these kids now is just mentally is affecting them. And it becomes a mental illness. When kids don't know about something, you pushing something on somebody, you really tearing this child's brain up before it even mature to know exactly what they want and how they want what they want. Listen, I'm not here for that. What I'm here for to discuss is these questions, because a lot of people like, oh, Ebony, like, I think that that you bite your tongue on a whole lot of topics that I think that you stay in a safe zone, and for the most part I do. I stay in a safe zone. One, because I don't want to offend anyone. Two is I always think about my students. I always practice what I preach. But then I also tell all of my students to have accountability. I tell them to, speak truth. And that's why I'm here right now. So if you have a question that you wanted to ask me that you think that I was, real passe on, ask me that question. Like, I will be honest with you. I'm literally an open book. All you have to do is ask me the question. I don't bite my tongue. I don't. And I know that a lot of times, I might be soft with my words, but my words are very factual, and everything I say from the heart, and I'm only saying these things to help the next person out to understand. Listen, in this world that we in today, we are worried about the wrong things. Listen, this world wants to divide us. I mean, they want to divide the LGBT community, they want to divide the Black community, they want to divide the Spanish community, they want to divide the Chinese community, they want to divide us all so we can fit into one category. And that's just being, the slaves to all those others, and which we're not going to do. And Juneteenth is all about celebrating independence, celebrating being free. And at times, listen, let me tell you something. Just because you're free, sometimes we still slaves in our head. Sometimes we still slaves to the job. Sometimes we still slaves to relationships. We slaves to anything. Juneteenth, free yourself from all of that. I mean, come out to Beverly Lane Park, come celebrate with me, come buy my merch, come, check us out. But I say all of that to say this. Be free. Be free to be whoever you want to be. Be free to love whoever you want to love. Be free. Be free in your mind, be free in your heart, and be free in your soul. Listen, Juneteenth is just one day. We have to be Black every single day of the week. We have to be Black every single day. No, we don't have to compete with the LGBT community. We don't have to compete with anyone. All we have to do is make ourselves better each and every day when we get up in the morning. And that's it. That's all. We need to stop worrying about the little small things, because let me tell you something. If y'all see what's going on in this world right now, these are the minute, little, smallest things that we don't need to worry about. See, that's what happens when They push this into our face so we don't have to see the truth of what's going on right in front of our faces. They don't want to show us the truth. This world is messed up. It's a whole lot of sicknesses happening. It's so much that's going on in this world. But they want us to focus on things to divide us instead of bringing us together to figure out a solution to all of this madness that's going on in the world. So to all of my beautiful humans out there, celebrate who you are. Understand that being black is a blessing, it's not a curse. Know that. Know that your blackness is just as important as anybody else, colorness, anywhere in this world. Respect you, and I guarantee you, you'll be respected all around you. And those that don't like you, who here? Keep doing you. Till next week, peace.